Hey y'all, Java the Ruler back with another video. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. If you are not new here, my A1 Day One's like period was good. If you are new here, my name is Rajava. I did 8.5 years in the Department of Corrections in the state of Florida for trafficking and cocaine. If you have any questions about anything I just stated, you can just shoot over to the channel, check out the videos, get caught up, and then you can meet us back here so you don't get lost in the sauce. So today, what we're gonna talk about is myths, do's and don'ts of being in a female's prison. Now, when you think about prison inmates, a lot of people think about men, respectfully. I did too before I got incarcerated and had to do that time. But the time is very much different. It is not the same from male and female by a long shot. I would tell anybody this: the struggles you have in a woman's prison are not the struggles you have in a male's prison, okay? They got like real life struggles over there in the male's prison. So they are not the same. And I ain't even gonna get on here and try to make it seem like it's the same. Now, the emotional duress, the trauma, you're gonna catch all of that, but the struggles are different from male and female, okay? I hate that I had to go to prison, but I appreciate the fact that I was a woman in prison and not a male in prison. Now, let's get right into it. So one thing you do not do when you first get to prison, y'all will never go, so I'm just talking about me, okay? One thing you do not do when you first get to prison is make friends. Okay, that is not something you want to do straight off the bus when you get there. In prison, you have to fall back, be to yourself. You got to figure out like what's going on, how people move. You got to figure out the people who stay in some drama. You got to figure out the people who are always trying to scheme and defraud. You got to figure out the people who are always telling on folks. So you really have to fall back and really know your surroundings and get to know the people around you and the environment around you before you start clicking up with people and having friends, because you can automatically get associated with a person and all the drama, beef, and stuff they had going on for years before you even got there. Now you're associated with it, and even though birds of a feather don't always flock together, honey, in prison, they feel like birds of a feather flock together. It don't matter if you just got there, okay? So you cannot just be making friends off the rip. You have to sit back, observe, like act like you don't know how to talk. Okay, when people come up asking you, you know, what's your name, you know, where you from, act retarded, act deaf and mute. Sit there and look at them like, I'm just here. I'm just here. Because that's sure what I did, honey. I was already traumatized. I'm from the hood, so I know about guilt by association. Okay, so when I got to prison, that's the only mentality I had. And it's like, I don't know y'all, I don't know how y'all move, I don't know who clicked up, so I'ma just stay to myself and peep all y'all before I start involving myself in anything, okay? Another thing that you do not do, now I don't know if this is universal for male's prison, but baby, what you do not do in female prisons is sit on somebody's bed. Do not sit on their bed, okay? Do not sit on their bed. For one, in prison, you live out of a, 2x2 box. That's where all your stuff at. You got a little combination lock that goes on it. Your bed, your locker, that's all you got. Okay, and I done already told y'all in previous videos what you have to go through to wash them sheets and keep them clean. Okay, they don't give you bleach. Bleach is contraband, so you got to do some things to get some bleach. All right, do not go sit on nobody's bed. You liable to get cussed out, you liable to get slapped, you liable to a whole lot of things. If that person has a girlfriend and you sit on the bed, baby, y'all automatically sliders. Y'all automatically go together. So the girlfriend gonna be mad because you sit on her girlfriend bed. She gonna be like, you know, they told me you was in the dorm sitting on her bed. Why you sitting on her bed? Just don't sit on nobody's bed. It don't matter how friendly y'all are. Don't sit on nobody's bed, okay? Because I can count on one hand how many people sat on my bed. I have always been big on don't be sitting on my bed with your outside clothes on. And if you know what outside clothes is, okay? And I'm still like that to this day. Do not sit on my bed. We ain't even got no business in my room. Okay, let's go in the living room. In prison, you go to the day room. You go to the day room. That is the common area where everybody sits. It's tables for you to eat, watch TV, play games, whatever it is. That's what you do. Another thing, okay? If there is something on your bed when you get back, a honey bun. They made us watch this video when I first got to prison. They have this thing called PREA. It's the Prison Rape Elimination Act. And they make you watch these videos and stuff you have to watch out for. So if you ever go somewhere and come back and there's some snacks on your bed, baby, find out where them came from before you start opening honey buns and busting down chips and drinking sodas because you think, oh, somebody done blessed me. No, baby, you need to find out where that stuff come from, okay? Because there are some good people in prison, okay? Some of the realest people I've ever met, I met in the Department of Corrections. So it's some good people there, but some of the most conniving people I've ever met, I've also met in prison, okay? Like, some of them things that them people in there for, it's mind-blowing, all right? So if somebody leaves something on your bed, honey, find out where it came from before you start busting down any chips, because you eat that honey bun and somebody think y'all go together, okay? You eat that honey bun, they feel like they own you, like swapping favors, all right? So don't eat nothing that's left on your bed. Find out where it came from. And if it's your home girl, then you be like, okay, girl, appreciate that. You know, or if you was gambling and somebody owed you some money, or you had a debt coming in and somebody owed you some money, and you find out that's where it came from, then you're like, okay, we good, because this mine. All right, don't eat no honey buns on your bed, period. Another thing that you do not do is come talking all loud and crazy in the phone area. They have an area where there are phones at. A lot of places, the phones are in the day room. A lot of places, it's out there in the foyer where it ain't nobody at, ain't no noise, okay? Do not come talking crazy and standing too close to nobody while they're on the phone, all right? I know it might be your time next, but baby, you need to stand over there and watch for your phone time so that you can come over there. Because for one, people be really talking about personal information on the phone. So why is you standing so close? Like, they finna file my taxes. Why is you standing so close? I'm about to give out my social security number, okay? Or my baby daddy could have been cheating on me and I'm trying to figure out what the girl name is and all of that stuff. And I don't need you throwing that up in an argument later. So why is you standing so close? And do not come talking loud. Now, most people probably, you know, just roll their eyes if they on the phone and you come being loud. But then you got some people, especially if they getting some bad news, if they don't get to get on the phone a lot, or if they just don't like you and you come and you talking loud and now y'all about to fight because they can't hear what their daughter saying. Their daughter trying to tell them how their day went in school and you talking all loud to a person that you gonna see later, but my call only 15 minutes. Like, fall back, shawty. Fall back, shawty. Like, one thing about it, I told y'all I used to be a gangster, okay? But there's still a level of respect you always have for people. And there were certain things in prison that I just followed the prison code because respect is due to a dog. So if I see you on the phone, I'm gonna act like I got some sense. I'm not gonna come in the dorm yelling and screaming or trying to holler down the hall when I see you on the phone. But people do it all the time. I almost got in a fight with a girl because I was on the phone. And y'all know I did not get on the phone a lot. Okay, and I had finally got on that call and I was already aggravated because I was having a bad day and I finally got on the phone and she came in there yelling, talking about who in the shower after you, like coming through. She yelling through the dorm, like, you don't see me on the phone? Like, girl, if you don't walk over there and see who in the shower, but anyways, that's another story for another day, okay? It is so many things that you do not do in the Department of Corrections in a woman's prison. Another thing that you do not do is leave your toilet paper in the bathroom. Now, I did time where I was in a 2-man cell, so you share a toilet with one person. So, y'all both be putting toilet paper there. Like, I might put this roll, we both gonna use the roll, and then after this roll go out, you gonna put a roll. So you share with your bucket when you live in a 2-man cell. But when you live in open bay, like most of the prisons in the state of Florida for females are, it's a big room. I told you, like a big slumber party that nobody wants to be invited to. In the bathrooms, it's like a bunch of toilet stalls and you just use the toilet. Like, it's like a public restroom. And you get toilet paper, so many rolls a week. Now, you can buy toilet paper on Canteen, but they give you toilet paper, okay? So when you go to the bathroom, you have to take your roll of toilet paper with you. Like, it ain't no roll of toilet paper at that toilet. You have to take it with you. Do not leave your roll of toilet paper in the bathroom. It's gone. It's gone. Don't sit it down and then get up and leave and you be like, oh snap, I left my toilet paper and think you finna go back to that roll. That roll is gone, honey. And they all look the same, so it ain't like you can be like, that's my roll of tissue. Give me my roll of tissue because that's my roll of tissue. Unless you do certain things to your tissue. Like some people put strings around there. It's like, you know, the little hole, they'll put a string through there and stuff like that. They'll try to write on the toilet paper, which I feel like is so unsanitary. Like, you know, on the part, how people write on the books, you put your name and stuff on books and stuff so you can see it from the side. Some people will put like a marking on the toilet paper. I just feel like that's so unsanitary. So I just make sure that I don't leave my toilet paper. And if I do leave my toilet paper, I just write it off as a tax loss. I don't even try to go back and see if it's in there. Now you do have some upstanding citizens. Well, upstanding inmates. Upstanding convicted felons. Whatever you want to call it. That when you leave a roll of toilet paper, like if somebody go in there after you, they'll be like, hey, did somebody just leave their toilet paper in stall 3 or whatever. You do have some upstanding people. But for the most part, you're not getting that toilet paper back. So don't leave it. And if you run out of toilet paper and you cannot afford to go to canteen to buy your toilet paper, you have to go to the bubble, which is the little officer station. They're in a little room. There's a flap about this big that you talk through like this, and you have to slide the flap. And you go up there and you ask for any supplies that you need that you don't have any more of. Pads, if you need ibuprofen, if you need request forms to write the different departments. I told y'all what request forms was in a previous video, but you go to the bubble for that. And if you ain't got no toilet paper or you're running low, because most people don't wait till they're out of toilet paper to go to the bubble or to get more toilet paper. When you start getting low, you're like, I'm gonna need some toilet paper. Like, let me go get some. And when you go to the bubble, they give you a roll and they give you what's called roll off. So they give you a roll and you just have to roll some toilet paper off. And then after you're done, you have to give it back to them. I do not like roll off. It's not because I'm bougie or I think I'm better than nobody. But honey, it's just something about a bunch of people touching my toilet paper that I just can't get jiggy with. Like, I don't want you to pass me a roll with your gloves on that you done touched everything in America. You done did locker searches. You done patted people down. You done did strip searches. You done probably cleaned your chair off, this desk off. You done touched everything in America. And now you passing me a roll of toilet paper that I got to put, with these dirty gloves on that they never change them gloves out. Like, them gloves be told. They be screaming like, put me in the trash. And they just be touching everything. And you think I want you to pass me that roll of toilet paper that you done already passed to 3, 4, 5 people. And now you want me to roll? So I either made that toilet paper last, honey, or I gambled to get me some toilet paper. And the few times I did have some funds, then you have to buy toilet paper. Or if you really got like friends, because like I told you, I met some really good people in prison. So I did have friends in there. Like, I did have some real ones. Like, they wasn't my day ones, but they was my A ones. And you just go get some toilet paper from them, Like, hey, you got some toilet paper? People be stashing toilet paper. I'm talking about you get toilet paper any chance you can. And if you find a sweet officer, and what I mean by sweet, like you got different levels of sweet, but you got some officers, when you ask for toilet paper, they give you a whole roll. They don't roll you off. Like, some people see you as people. So not all correction officers are bad, but 95 out of 100 are. Okay, sorry, but 95 out of 100 are. But you do got them 5 that you got nothing but respect for. And they'll give you a whole roll. So when you catch them, no matter if you got 30 rolls in your locker, you're going to go up there and be like, hey, let me get some toilet paper. But those are the myths and the do's and the don'ts that I have for now. I'm going to do y'all a part 2, but we're going to stop that one right there because I don't want this to be an excessively long video. All right. Y'all be easy. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I will see y'all next time.